Okay, I rerouted my plumbing and I have it all set for my gyprock to go up. First thing I want to do is get my overall measurement here.
64 1/4 on the bottom.
Now, line that up. Okay, I measured out my light box, transferred it to my sheet, and what I did, I scarred my measurement with my knife just to break the paper, so it's not so rough. Then I just take my drill. And I take my keyhole saw. Okay, I measured, or I marked all my studs on here for my nails, and I put X's where there's pipes behind my, or in my studs, so I won't put a screw in through my plumbing. Okay, I'm going to solder my valves on before I put the next piece of gyprock up. That's way there, I don't have to worry about burning my gyprock. And remember, when you're doing valves, take the innards out or you'll burn your rubbers out. Now I put lots of flux in there, sanded both pipe and valve, so I'm going to have good adhesion. There. Okay, I got this sheet cut to fit. Now normally what I would do, I just take my measurements from my plumbing and drill holes in the board and then slide it in, but with my drain pipe here, and I can't cut that off, and I don't want to cut it off, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to notch each one of these pipes. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to take my square and just mark. Now when you do this measurement, make sure you always measure from your joint. Don't measure from the floor. So I've got... Okay, I want to save these pieces, so I'm cutting it with my jigsaw. Okay, I cut 2 blocks for underneath my pipes to attach these little pieces of gyprock to after I get my sheet in. So, and normal, I pre-drill the toenail. Nice. Okay, now I got my gyprock up. I'm ready to do some taping. And the first thing I always do, I like taking these outlet covers and I just make a little mark around just so I know if there's any place that need to be taped. Yeah, like I gotta put some tape, just a little bit of tape over the ends of those to cover them. And also, I think I have to use some quick set in here. I got a bit of a little bigger gap than I'd like. Alright, I'm going to mix up some drywall mud, and what I'm using is CGC SHEETROCK 45, and all that means is it'll be set up in 45 minutes. So usually what I do is put several liters of water into a bucket first, and then gradually add the mix. Now there's a good consistency. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin. Now I'm just going to pack that gap. I'm taking some of this fiber tape. This is just to reinforce it. This is self-adhesive, but this cement here will hold it. And I'm just going to lay it down over that patch. There. Okay, this joint was just fiber tape. You can use the paper tape in mud, but I find this to be quite easy and does a really good job. Now I'm using just a 10-inch knife. You put a good coat on and then just feather each side. And just down. There. That would be your base coat. These corners. Mud. All you do is just take a little flick like that, turn it up. I have some paper tape. It already has a fold in it, so it's just a matter of like that. Move your hands. There, that's all there is to it. Now, come around this light box. Just get these tips are exposed. So what I usually do with this is just I measure the width, and then take the tape and cut that too. And go over there. Just cover that. And here. Just hold one end of the paper with your finger and wipe with the other. Then I'm just going to put a little skim coat around that. There. I'm just going to put a little skim coat across that. Oops! Kitty! There. That's a good, just a rough coat. Just give a base to it. I can put a nice finish on that later when that dries. Yeah, I want to put a little tape around these pipes just to finish that up. And all I did was just take a piece of paper, cut the groove out 1/2 inch around that pipe. Then I'm just going to cut that in two. Fit that over there. Just hold one end of the tape and pull the mud out. And I'm doing the same, just put a little skim coat over that. Okay, now this is all dry. It only takes 45 minutes, a half hour. You can put your next coat over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a coat on my inside corners. And what I usually do is I just coat one side at a time. I'll put this on and let it dry. And just spread a nice even coat. Then just take your knife and put your finger on one side and just kind of feather it down along the edge. And then even pressure, and try to hold your knife as square as possible towards the wall. And just bring it down nice and even. Clean off the excess on this side. One more time just to smooth it out. Nice even pressure all the way down through. There, I'm going to let that dry and then I'll do this side. Okay, I'm going to do my flat, and I'm using the same 10-inch knife that I did before. Just put a nice skim coat on there. This will be my finish coat. Some dirt in there. And then you just feather the top. This is pretty easy to do with these taper joints that the gyprock has. It makes it really nice. Feather. And then make an even pressure. There. Oops. I'm going to put a skim coat around this. And just loop around the light box. Don't worry if you get a little spent on your outlet, the stuff comes right off. As long as you don't fill the holes, you're good. Try to do that in one smooth swoop. Around. Perfect. Now, my nails, it's very easy to do. Usually when you start this trade, the first thing they get you to do is to sand and spot nails. So I've had my fair share of experience. I like to just knock any high spots off and just put it on one way, wipe off another. Put it on one way, wipe off another. Put it on one way, wipe it off another. Put it on one way, wipe off another. There, that's all there is to it. Spotting nails really easy. Okay, when you're sanding drywall, don't push too hard when you're on just the bare gyprock, because you'll fuzz up the paper and it'll give you a bad paint job. And I'm using like a, I think it's a 100 grit paper. Yeah, 100, no, it's a 120 grit. So if you use an 80 or anything, you stand a chance of scuffing your paper or sanding too much. So a 100 or a 120 is good.